Hello, it's been a while since I've done a video. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Um, I just had to dive into this whole question going on right now about how do you respond to people that don't agree with your perspective. Unfortunately, what we're dealing with right now is a lot of people that are angry for a lot of different reasons, and rather than trying to engage in a meaningful conversation, they're in your face, or and it works both ways, from the right and the left. Um, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. That would be fantastic. It would help me out to try to launch this this YouTube channel and to keep it going. Anyway, this past weekend, in the scriptures, there was a scholar of the law questioning Jesus. And, you know, when you read I highly recommend you go back and read the actual reading. And basically what I'm going to set it up in my own words just to kind of make it a little bit more fun and so on. So you have this lawyer, right? This scholar of the law. That's what a lawyer is, basically. A lawyer knows how to look up the law. They don't know the law. They know where to go find it. They are scholars, okay? And they have certain skills that assist you in being a successful lawyer, the gift of gab and all that kind of stuff. One of the things that is true in conversationalism is that to be a good conversationalist, you have to be a good listener. And the better listener you are, the better conversationalist you are. Unfortunately, most people, when they're engaged in a conversation and somebody's saying something, they immediately anticipate what the person's going to say, and they either agree with it or they don't. And if they don't, they're already formulating their rebuttal before they even hear the rest of the statement. They don't give the person a chance to fully explain their position. Sometimes they agree and they're already formulating how to give them an attaboy before they hear the rest of the statement. That's just how people tend to be. Well, in a lawyer's world, that's important because you're listening to an argument and you have to be ready to rebut it fairly quickly, quick on your feet, so on and so forth. In this setup with the scholar, you got to figure he's talking to God. Jesus is God. And he says, what do you have to do to have eternal life? And Jesus says, well, what does the law say? And then he tells him, you know, love God with your whole mind, your whole soul, and your neighbor as yourself. Well, he could have walked away, and Jesus says, do that and you will live. And he could have just walked away knowing that he gave Jesus a good answer. He engaged with God. But no, he had to find a way to feel good about himself. So he says, hey, well, tell me who your neighbor is. And I'm thinking, you know, he's questioning God, basically, you know? And why would you want to do that? But that's what this whole thing about in your face is, you know? Let's just call it what it is. The Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. Okay, so they're now questioning it. They're accusing the justices of lying during their confirmation. One of the justices trying to have dinner, and the people find out, and they go in there and they start in his face while he's eating. He's got to go out the back door. You know, they attempted to assassinate one of them. You know, this is not engaging in rational, reasonable dialogue about important issues. And that's what's so sad about what's going on now. I believe that it's time for us to realize that for us as individuals to prosper, we have to be better people. And we have to be better whether we're succeeding in what's important to us or not. You know, personally, I believe abortion is murder. And I am happy that it's not, abortion is not an enshrined right in the Constitution, so that it can be left up to the voters, which is what it's going to be now that it's been returned to the states to be able to pass laws. And now, if somebody wants to pass a law promoting abortion, they can go lobby their legislature or campaign for the candidates that they want. I think that part of this problem is fueled by a media who's complicit in all of the bad things that are going on. What really fueled this talk today was I have a relationship with the Women's New Life Center, because before they actually got that building and I was on Catholic radio, we would go to the 40 Days for Life at the Delta abortion mill, and we would pray. And we were praying that something would happen, and next door, the Women's New Life Center got that facility and put a true women's clinic there, where they give people sonograms, they give people help, they give people information. I saw this report. Oh, and then what happened was overnight, night before last, it was vandalized and red paint all over it and graffiti and nasty vulgarities and all this kind of stuff. And it really saddened my heart. And then I read today the story on at the website for the TV station, and 2/3 of the article are the pro-abortion people attacking the clinic verbally, saying it's a fake clinic and all this kind of stuff. No, the fake clinic is the abortion clinic, who says they're trying to help women with reproductive rights, but all they're doing is killing babies. And I know that's harsh, and it may be that this video doesn't survive YouTube, which would be fine. But I want to get it out there to tell the truth the way it is. Now, the reality is that we in life have a choice to make. We have to make a decision on right and wrong. Relativism is not truth. Relativism is my personal opinion. And I believe that we are called to be obedient to the truth. And that's what philosophy is all about. In the world of philosophy, there is no word God. It's the truth, the way the universe was constructed, whoever did it. You know, when you get beyond philosophy into theology, you interject the truth as reflected by revelation, and then you can say, well, God made it and that kind of stuff. But that's not the purpose of philosophy. The purpose of philosophy is to identify what is good, the natural good, and what is right, the natural right. And you do it by going back to the origins of existence itself and figure out what makes existence work. Well, there's a whole thing about natural law, and you have to follow it. You cannot not follow it. You know, if you sow seeds of rice, you're going to get rice. If you sow seeds of corn, you're going to get corn. It's natural. It's the natural order, you know. If you jump out of a window on the 4th floor, you're going to go down. You might not believe it. You may not think it's true, but you're going to crash. You know, that's because that's the natural order of things. And so it's important for us to realize that when you try to countervene the natural order, then you're countervening the natural good. And the opposite of good is bad. And bad is going to happen. And you shouldn't be surprised at that, you know? And yet there's so many people that don't realize it, don't want to accept it, don't want to acknowledge it. And so they just continue to try to push up against the natural law. They're trying to plant a seed of corn and get rice. It ain't gonna happen. And it's like your interaction with people. If you are kind and friendly to people, smile and say hi, they usually smile back. But if you're nasty to somebody, you go to a checkout counter and you're rude to the person, it's gonna be real hard for them to be friendly. And you ever notice that when you go to a checkout and the checkout person is nice to you, it makes you feel better and you respond likewise to them? That's sowing and reaping. That's the natural order. That's how life is. So today my charge for everybody is simply this: be nice and get nice back. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did, like it, and hopefully I'll be able to put some more up soon. Take care. God bless.